This emergency broadcast is brought to you by local authorities, broadcasted region-wide. Please stand by. Over the past few weeks, there have been reports of Sprunkis and animals contracting an unknown virus. Originally thought to be a common flu, this infection has evolved. Symptoms may include confusion, aggressive tendencies, erratic and disoriented behavior. 6,741 individuals have been reported missing since the outbreak began. Exercise caution around individuals showing signs of the following symptoms: black veins, bloody noses, coughs, excessive sweating, vomiting, headaches, fits of aggression, chronic nightmares, coughing up blood, an uncontrollable smile. For your safety and to promote the safety of others, pay close attention to the following directives. Wear a mask in public areas. Avoid close contact with strangers. Avoid eating the flesh of infected livestock. Stay within your immediate community. Go for frequent blood tests. And a reminder, do not go outside unless it is absolutely necessary, such as for work or to gather essential resources, like food, water, or medicine. If you suspect you may be infected, follow this protocol. Immediately isolate yourself. Inform your friends and family. Alert your local authorities. What can you do to help? Help those who are struggling. Wash your hands frequently. Avoid areas with any infected. If you encounter an infected individual, you could run. However, it is recommended that you stay armed at all times in case of potential altercations. Be prepared to fight. What caused the infection? This infection is a contagion spread through a species of invertebrate known to humans as the draconian flatworm. Identified by science only 12 years ago, yet data suggests it has existed for millennia. Information on the draconian flatworms. Like many insect species, the females are larger, being around twice the size of the males. Their lifespan averages 6 to 8 months and 80% of that time is spent inside the host body. To mature, they must reach the host's brain and consume it completely. When nothing remains, they crawl out of the empty shell to find a mate. After laying their eggs, they die shortly after. It was originally believed that only land animals could be infected by the virus, but there is proof that the infection has now spread to avian and marine species. Approximately 73 species of bird have been affected by the virus, including sparrows, pigeons, eagles, vultures, gulls, hawks, and more. The data reveals that 42 mammals, including but not limited to deer, squirrels, rats, mice, bears, wolves, coyotes, elk, moose, and groundhogs have also been affected. Almost every species of amphibian has been found to be infected. Over 30 species of reptiles, over 1,000 species of invertebrates, and over 250 species of fish have also been reported to authorities. Uncontrolled outbreaks have been reported in multiple regions, including Sprunki town, where we believe the infection originated. The military has been dispatched to search for survivors, but the mission has become dangerous due to the high rate of infected animals and Sprunkis. If you live in a 25-mile radius of Sprunki town, then it is recommended that you evacuate immediately. An emerging and rapidly increasing outbreak has been reported in Sprunki city. An estimated 1,200 individuals have been confirmed to be infected. That figure is expected to grow exponentially in the coming days and weeks. Due to these concerns, we have begun establishing quarantine camps in previously uninhabited regions where we can monitor and keep safe the population that remain untouched by the contagion. Contrary to popular belief, scientists believe that the infected demonstrate a high level of intelligence. In some cases, a superior level of intelligence than they exhibited prior to contracting the virus. Potentially the most disturbing characteristic of those infected by the virus is their ability to mimic voices. There have been reports of Sprunkis that can mimic the sounds of animals or other Sprunkis, even those of the dead. The following audio recording demonstrates this phenomenon of an infected Sprunki in the process of mimicking. Stages of the infection. There are 4 stages of infection for all cases, with the only exception being Sprunkis, which have 5. The following will describe each of the 5 stages of the infection. Stage 1. Stage 1 is when the infection begins and the draconian flatworms are still confined to the bitten wound or the area where they first latched on. Early symptoms in stage 1 are mild, including coughing, vomiting, headaches, and more. However, as you approach stage 2, the symptoms become more severe and violent. Stage 2. At stage 2, you begin to lose your sanity and become more aggressive toward others. Symptoms in stage 2 are significantly more concerning than in stage 1, including coughing up blood, lashing out, loss of sanity, enlarged pupils, constant discomfort, and other related effects. Stage 3. Stage 3 is when you have completely gone insane. At this point, the maggots control approximately 70% of your body, and symptoms become extremely painful for the infected individual. Some examples of stage 3 symptoms include stretching of the bones and torso, enlargement of the pupils and smile, weakening of the bones, and more. Stage 4. At stage 4, your body begins to contort and grow uncontrollably. You also become significantly more intelligent and transform into a far more skilled ambush hunter. Stage 5. Stage 5 is the final stage of the infection, where the infected become extremely dangerous. They become much more durable, highly intelligent, significantly quieter, and stronger. Here are recent sightings of infected animals and Sprunkis, providing a clear picture of the threat we are facing. Warning: the following content includes images that viewers may find disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. Sighting 1. A woman was driving on a highway about 15 miles outside Sprunki city when a deer suddenly leapt onto the road, startling her. Thankfully, she managed to avoid hitting it. But something about the animal seemed strange. Later, when she reviewed her dashcam footage at home, she was shocked to see that the deer was missing a leg, and its lower jaw was exposed. The following image is from her dashcam footage. Sighting 2. A group of teenagers decided it would be fun to explore an abandoned building they discovered deep in the forest. But once inside, some of them began to feel like they were being watched. Then, one of the teens heard a strange noise and went to investigate, only to come face to face with a massive 10-foot-tall infected creature. The monster killed 5 of the 8 teenagers before 12 soldiers were finally able to take it down. The following image was extracted from the cell phone of one of the teenagers, presumably moments before their death. Sighting 3. A photographer was in the forest taking pictures of birds and other wildlife when he spotted a bald eagle. But as he looked closer through his lens, he realized something was terribly wrong. The eagle had no eyes. He immediately called the authorities, who captured the creature. Later, blood tests confirmed that the eagle was infected. The following image is the photo the photographer took of the eagle. Sighting 4. A man was walking along a pathway in a park when he suddenly heard low growling about 30 feet away. When he turned to look, he saw an infected gray wolf standing over the body of a freshly killed black bear. Later, the man's own body was found in the park, half-eaten. The following image was discovered on the man's cell phone. It is the last image he took before death. Sighting 5. A man was walking through the park at night when he noticed something standing on the path about 40 feet ahead. As he looked closer, he realized it was a massive 9-foot-tall infected. Luckily, he wasn't too far from home and managed to escape, slamming his door shut just in time. The same infected was later found to be responsible for the deaths of 2 other people before a dozen soldiers finally captured it. The following is the photo the man captured of the infected. Sighting 6. A wildlife committee set up dozens of cameras around a national park to monitor local animal activity. At first, they captured images of many different species: deer, moose, bobcats, raccoons, coyotes, skunks, and more. But at around 1:32 a.m. one camera snapped a photo of a buck. In the background, a pair of giant glowing eyes could be seen. Eyes that perfectly matched those of an infected Sprunki. The following image is what the camera caught. This concludes our emergency transmission. You may now return to your original programming. Stay inside. Stay safe. Good luck.